Today is part pep talk and part shedding a light on ways that you can push yourself past the imposter syndrome when it does creep in. So, first of all, I think we all need to hear this from time to time. So, if you haven't heard it from someone else lately, you're going to hear it from me. We all feel like we aren't enough sometimes. The most successful, beautiful, seemingly perfect women leading the most perfect life. See, she feels like she isn't enough sometimes. I promise you. You are not an imposter. You belong exactly where you are. We all have fears and doubts that creep in. They can stop us in our tracks. And me saying nice things to you isn't going to help if you really believe those thoughts in your head. So I'm going to give you two concrete ideas that you can hold on to when those doubts and those fears start to take over and make you doubt yourself and your ability and that you should be doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. So first of all, the first one I want you to remember and kind of keep in your back pocket is you are the only you. And I don't mean that in the we are all special kind of way, although that's certainly true. What I mean is that from birth to now, you have had millions of moments, thoughts, and experiences that are unique to you. Not one person on this earth is the same as you for that very reason. Even if you're an identical twin raised in the same household, the moment you're born, you start having different experiences that shape who you are. So if you tap into who you are rather than trying to be them, you have no competition, you have no equal, you have a unique point of view and potential in any situation that no one else has. You bring something to the table that only you can bring. So that's one thing you need to keep in mind. The second thing to consider when imposter syndrome starts to creep in is that your previous experience counts. You may have started your business last week, last month, or last year, but your relatable experience started decades before that. You're not defined by your current parameters. You had jobs or businesses, you had life experience before this. You learned lessons and skills that made you who you are today. They all count. They're all part of what you bring to the table. So if you're trying to pinpoint what those are, think about what made you want to start this business in the first place. That's probably part of the skill set that you're using now. It could be a job, it could be a previous business, it could be volunteer work, maybe being a parent. Everything you do counts into why you're more than able to do what you set your mind to do now. And I'm going to give you a third bonus idea to take with you for whenever you need it. You can always figure it out. Everything is figure outable. It's true. Don't walk away from an opportunity because you don't know everything that you'll eventually need to know. And as women, we do this all the time. There was an article I was just reading the other day in the Harvard Business Review that quoted an internal study that was done by Hewlett Packard. And they found that when given a set of qualifications on a job posting, men would apply for the job if they met 60% of the qualifications. So, of all the things listed, if they had a little more than half of those things that they could do or that the qualifications they met, they would go ahead and apply for that job. But women would only apply if they met 100% of the qualifications listed. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, though. In a follow-up question, they asked why those women wouldn't apply. And 10% of them said it was because they didn't feel they could do the job. So only 10%. So it wasn't necessarily lack of confidence in their abilities. 40% of the women said they wouldn't apply because they felt like they wouldn't get the job. So they said no to themselves before they even gave it a shot for a yes. And I think as women, we miss so many opportunities because we judge ourselves out of the game before we even give it a shot. So don't do that. You can learn as you go. You can learn the stuff you need later when you get there. Give it a shot. If you know you have the potential to do it and you want to do it, then go do it. So here's your one step for this week. Think about the one thing that you wanted to do recently, but you felt you weren't good enough, ready enough, experienced enough, or whatever enough. Okay, got it? So write that down. Then you're going to write down 10 things that you have experienced in your life, your work, your family, your education, wherever that either make you qualified to do it, give you a unique perspective, or that gives you related experience or insight that most other people don't have. Okay. And bonus points, if you circle back to that same list later, you're going to find some unique points of difference that you can offer that your competitors can't in the business. So you can use that in your marketing and grow your business. Sorry, I can't help it. I see marketing opportunities everywhere. So, not to distract you, you can come back to that list later for your marketing. But what I want you to do now is list the 10 things that you have experienced in your life, work, family, or education, or wherever that either make you qualified to do this thing that you wanted to do, they give you a unique perspective, they give you related experience or insight that most other people don't have. And then keep reading that list and adding to it until you really believe you can do the thing. And then do the thing. Because the more you stretch yourself, the more you're going to build the belief in yourself that you can do it, and you're going to try to do the next thing. So stop saying no to yourself. You belong wherever you want to be.